Once upon a time, in the vast savannas of Africa, there lived two brothers, Kofi and Kwame. Both were renowned warriors, feared and respected by their enemies. They fought side by side, defending their tribe and land with valor and honor. One fateful day, a neighboring tribe launched a surprise attack on Kofi and Kwame's village. The brothers, being skilled warriors, rushed to the battlefield to defend their people. The battle was fierce, with swords clashing and spears flying through the air. Despite their courage and skill, tragedy struck. In the midst of the chaos, Kwame was struck down by a spear hurled by the enemy. Kofi witnessed his brother fall, and grief and rage consumed him. With tears in his eyes and vengeance burning in his heart, Kofi fought even harder, driving back the enemy forces with a ferocity unmatched. The battle eventually subsided, but the loss of his brother weighed heavily on Kofi's soul. He returned to the village, carrying Kwame's lifeless body on his shoulders. The villagers mourned the loss of their brave warrior, but none felt the pain as deeply as Kofi. In the days that followed, Kofi struggled to come to terms with his brother's death. He found solace in the memories of their shared adventures and battles, but the emptiness in his heart remained. Determined to honor Kwame's memory, Kofi embarked on a journey across the land, seeking out the wisdom of the elders and the guidance of the spirits. Along the way, he encountered various challenges and trials, each one testing his strength, courage, and resolve. Through his travels, Kofi learned valuable lessons about love, loss, and the true meaning of brotherhood. He discovered that while Kwame may no longer walk beside him, his spirit lived on in the hearts of those he had touched. Finally, after many months of soul-searching and self-discovery, Kofi returned to his village, not as a grieving warrior, but as a wise and enlightened leader. He shared his experiences and teachings with his people, inspiring them to embrace unity, compassion, and resilience in the face of adversity. Though the pain of losing his brother never truly faded, Kofi found comfort in knowing that Kwame's sacrifice had not been in vain. Together, they had defended their land, their people, and their legacy, leaving behind a tale of bravery and brotherhood that would be remembered for generations to come. And in the starry African nights, the spirits whispered their names, forever intertwined in the fabric of the land they had fought to protect. As Kofi continued to lead his people with wisdom and strength, his bond with Kwame seemed to transcend the physical realm. In his dreams, he often found himself walking alongside his brother, sharing stories of their past adventures and battles. Through these ethereal encounters, Kofi found solace and guidance, knowing that Kwame's spirit was always with him. One night, as Kofi slept beneath the vast African sky, he had a vision unlike any before. In his dream, he stood on a cliff overlooking a vast expanse of rolling hills and golden plains. Before him, a figure emerged from the swirling mists, a radiant presence that filled his heart with warmth and peace. It was Kwame, but he appeared not as he had in life, but as a celestial being, adorned in armor of shimmering light. With a gentle smile, Kwame reached out to his brother, his voice a soothing melody in the wind. "Fear not, dear brother," Kwame spoke, his words echoing across the landscape. "Though our paths have diverged, our bond remains unbroken. Together, we shall watch over our people, guiding them through the trials that lie ahead." Overwhelmed with emotion, Kofi reached out to grasp Kwame's outstretched hand. In that moment, he felt a surge of energy coursing through his veins, filling him with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity. When Kofi awoke, the vision lingered in his mind, filling him with a renewed sense of hope and determination. From that day forth, he led his people with unwavering courage and conviction, knowing that his brother's spirit walked beside him every step of the way. Together, Kofi and Kwame became legends, their tale passed down through the generations as a testament to the enduring power of love, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond between brothers. And though their physical forms may have been lost to the sands of time, their spirits lived on, forever intertwined in the fabric of the land they had fought to protect. As seasons passed, Kofi's leadership flourished, guided by the wisdom bestowed upon him by his ethereal encounters with Kwame. Under his guidance, the village prospered, and tales of their resilience spread far and wide, reaching even the distant corners of the African continent. However, amidst the peace and prosperity, whispers of a new threat began to emerge. Rumors spoke of a powerful warlord, amassing an army intent on conquest and destruction. Sensing the looming danger, Kofi knew that the time had come to once again take up arms in defense of his people. Gathering his most trusted warriors, Kofi embarked on a journey to unite the tribes of the land, forging alliances and preparing for the impending conflict. With each passing day, the threat grew more imminent, until finally, the day of reckoning arrived. As the enemy horde descended upon the land like a shadowy storm, Kofi stood at the forefront of his warriors, his heart heavy with the memory of his fallen brother. But he did not falter, for he knew that Kwame's spirit was with him, guiding his every move. The battle that ensued was unlike any before, a clash of titans that shook the very earth beneath their feet. Swords clashed, arrows flew, and cries of defiance echoed across the battlefield as Kofi and his allies fought with all their might. In the midst of the chaos, Kofi found himself face to face with the warlord himself, a formidable opponent whose dark aura seemed to swallow the light around him. But Kofi did not waver, for he knew that he fought not only for his people, but for the memory of his beloved brother. With a mighty roar, Kofi charged forward, his sword flashing like lightning in the darkened sky. Blow after blow, he pressed his advantage, until finally, with a final strike, he vanquished his foe, his victory heralding the dawn of a new era of peace and prosperity. As the dust settled and the echoes of battle faded into the distance, Kofi stood victorious, his heart heavy with both sorrow and triumph. But amidst the carnage and chaos, he felt a familiar presence beside him, a whisper in the wind, a warmth in his soul. It was Kwame, his spirit shining bright like a beacon in the darkness. With a smile of pride, he embraced his brother, their spirits entwined once more in a bond that transcended both time and space. And so, as the sun set on the battlefield, Kofi and Kwame stood together, their legacy secure for eternity, a testament to the enduring power of brotherhood, courage, and the indomitable spirit of the African warrior. As the dust settled and the land began to heal from the scars of war, Kofi and his people emerged stronger than ever before. With Kwame's spirit guiding him, Kofi dedicated himself to rebuilding not only their village, but also the bonds of friendship and cooperation among the tribes of the land. Under Kofi's leadership, the once divided tribes came together, united by a common purpose and a shared vision for a better future. Together, they worked tirelessly to cultivate the land, to restore harmony to the natural world, and to ensure that the horrors of war would never again darken their doorstep. In the years that followed, Kofi's village became a beacon of hope and prosperity, a shining example of what could be achieved when people set aside their differences and worked together for the greater good. Travelers from far and wide would come to marvel at the village's beauty and to seek the wisdom of its revered leader. But amidst the tranquility of their newfound peace, Kofi never forgot the sacrifice of his brother, Kwame. Each day, he would honor his memory by standing vigil at the sacred site where Kwame had fallen, offering prayers and pouring out libations to the spirits of the ancestors. And though Kwame's physical form may have been lost, his spirit lived on in the hearts of all who knew him. His legacy inspired future generations to strive for greatness, to defend their land and their people with courage and honor, and to never forget the true meaning of brotherhood. And so, as the years passed and the tale of Kofi and Kwame became legend, their bond remained unbroken, a shining example of the enduring power of love, loyalty, and the indomitable spirit of the African warrior. And in the starry African nights, their spirits danced among the constellations, forever intertwined in the tapestry of the heavens. As time went by, Kofi's village became a center of learning and enlightenment, attracting scholars, artisans, and seekers of wisdom from all corners of the land. Under Kofi's guidance, the villagers established schools, libraries, and centers of artistic expression, nurturing the minds and talents of the next generation. Inspired by the tales of Kofi and Kwame's bravery, young warriors trained tirelessly in the martial arts, honing their skills in preparation for whatever challenges lay ahead. They studied not only the ways of combat, but also the teachings of their ancestors, learning to respect the land, the animals, and each other. In the evenings, the villagers would gather around roaring bonfires, sharing stories and songs passed down through the ages. They spoke of Kofi and Kwame's legendary exploits, of battles won and lost, of trials endured and triumphs celebrated. But amidst the joy and laughter, there lingered a sense of solemnity, a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who had come before. Please stay updated by subscribing to this YouTube channel for more stories.